On Thursday night, the Senate approved a spending bill that will keep the federal government operating, but it's only a short-term fix. Our Washington, D.C. reporter Samantha-Jo joins us live from Capitol Hill. And Samantha-Jo, what is it that they actually got accomplished?
Well, hey there, Tamani. Government shutdown averted for now. The lights here on Capitol Hill will stay on at least for the next month, and lawmakers have kicked a list of leftover work into the new year. Now, some of those details up to the final hours before votes on Thursday: the reauthorization of FISA, a surveillance program that allows the collection of intelligence on non-U.S. citizens; funding for CHIP, the child health insurance program that ran out of federal money on September 30th; whether to include disaster relief funding, how much money to allocate to defense, and whether to add an extension to the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program. The House also approved a disaster relief spending bill that would give additional money for hurricane recovery in Texas, Florida, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands. Money from that bill will also go to California, that has been devastated by wildfires in 2017. Now, between assurances from House Speaker Paul Ryan, pressure from President Trump to avoid a government shutdown, and the impending holidays, most lawmakers really agreed to set aside their misgivings. What lawmakers haven't handled is almost more significant. Left unfinished are bipartisan efforts to smash budget limits that are imposing a freeze on the Pentagon and domestic agencies, a long-term extension of the child health insurance program for 9 million low-income kids, Senate legislation aimed at stabilizing health insurance markets, and immigration, which will be among the greatest challenge confronting lawmakers in January. Now, I spoke to Senator Tom Tillis, and he says he thinks they'll get this accomplished.
You know, I'm optimistic that if we get past the spending bill, we can focus on actually shoring up the provisions around border security, some of the remaining questions that are open about the DACA population, how big it is, and the process for going through. I'm confident we can get it done in January.
So a lot here to do for lawmakers, and once again, so little time. But you know what? They're going to have to work together in a bipartisan way to pass something. Tamani.
All right, Samantha-Jo. So I know a lot of people are probably questioning, why do lawmakers keep passing short-term spending bills instead of just negotiating and getting the whole thing done?
Well, Tamani, that's a great question. And I think a lot of lawmakers are actually frustrated by this as well. You know, they really do want to do something. But, you know, the two parties haven't been able to come together because a lot of the oxygen here has been sucked up by this tax bill. But now that that is finished, you know, lawmakers will need to come together to hash something out. And, you know, Tamani, I think this time Democrats may not be as willing to vote to avert a shutdown in the near future. Sending it back to you.
All right, that's our Samantha-Jo reporting from Washington, D.C. Samantha-Jo.